shit there. Phone. Thank you up to the distance there. That works. Everything's good. All right. All right. Hey, everybody. So I got the camera set up at a different angle this time. Hopefully that makes a bit of a difference. Yeah, it's picking that up. Shit. Oh, I don't care. It's many people in my room's a mess, so it doesn't matter. So, hi everybody, and welcome back. Yeah, I could just run it this way. What the hell? Then it is out of the way. All right, but hey everybody. Hopefully get some people that want to chat and want to talk for a little bit. Okay, so hopefully we get some people that want to talk. Because I'm in a mood to talk today. It's been a long week. What's my other hairbrush? There you are. Like, where's my other hairbrush? Here you are. My other sort of like fucked up hairbrush. So yeah, it's just it's been a week basically. Doing a little better, but hopefully we get some people. I'll be willing to chat for a little bit. Hopefully we get some people. And I do apologize again. I know if like you're coming on, you're like, oh my god, the stream looks like shit. Yes, it's because my internet connection is shit. Unfortunately. I only get like 8 megabits upload if I can get like 0.8 if I can get it. And I know my mom will be going on like maybe 10-15 minutes. She'll be going online, so I know it's gonna go down, but hopefully I can get everything to work. I'm trying a new angle. See if that makes a difference. Makes things look better. Plus I'm a little closer to the camera this time. So hopefully that makes a difference, but maybe not. Who am I kidding? It probably won't, but it's worth a shot anyway. All right, so hopefully we get some people that'll be wanting to talk. I hope, maybe. I don't have any games set up yet. And if I do, I'm not going to be streaming them for obvious reasons, but I'm going to like do recordings. I haven't done those yet. I actually have my gaming laptops right up there. I just haven't moved over all my games to it yet. I still have I don't really want to say it's a lot of bad games, but I still have my Game Boy Advance games I have to move over, my DS games I have to move over, my PS1 games I know are on there, but my SNES games aren't, and those I do want to play because I got Samurai Showdown, which is one of my favorites. I loved the arcade, and I want to play that again so bad. I want to play that, so hopefully we get some people to talk with me. I hope. I had no weird drinks. I'm done with the weird drink thing. It was because of a friend of mine, and I don't want to start doing that. But I did get nice new earrings. Okay. I love these. These are my new favorite earrings, and I love them so much. Just little game controllers. I love them so much. I just love them. All right. Check I have my tablet right here. I can check my other shit too while waiting around. So hopefully we get some people. If not, hopefully we get some people. Probably not though, but you never know. We might get somebody. We might get somebody. Wait, sorry on my thing here. Duh. Might get somebody. I don't know. Hopefully somebody. It's like 7 o'clock on a Friday, so I'm assuming that somebody will want to log in and chat with me. I put a thing up on Twitter, so hopefully people will come. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping, but maybe. But if nobody wants to come, that's fine. I'll just chat away, and you can just rewatch the replay where nobody talks but me. So it's fine. It's not the end of all things. If nobody wants to talk to me, I get it. I'm not that entertaining. I'm not that good. I'm boring as hell. I get it. Believe me, you're not going to hurt my feelings by telling me I'm boring. I know I'm boring. I suck. I am like the worst person you could ever want to be near. I get that. I am boring as hell. Oh, there's a lot of people like my comment. Damn. Okay, anything in Discord. By the way, I do have a Discord server, which is fun. And no messages and no replies. Of course not. Nobody wants to talk to me. Ever. Still 0. If anybody's out there, feel free to chat. Like, chat away. Because I love talking with people. It's one of the reasons why I do the live streams. I don't have anything else to do on them unless you just want to see me like a small introduction, then I just like draw something. I mean, I could do that, but again, the camera upload is not the world's greatest, so you're not going to see shit, unfortunately. Which is a bad thing because you know you kind of need to see me for it to work. So there is kind of that. All right, so nothing yet. Well, to be fair, nobody's really on it right now either, so that kind of sucks, but it's not a bad idea. Let's just, I don't want to get the live thing here. Give me a second. Add to YouTube. Add to YouTube. Figures. Where's the share thing? Add to YouTube. Figures. Where's the share thing? Add to YouTube. Figures. Where's the share thing? That was annoying. I had like the echo going there. Holy shit. Oh yeah, and that registered that I had like one person watching because it's like I was watching myself. Well, I wasn't technically watching myself. I was trying to get the link because I don't have my Discord set up on my laptop. And you weren't very helpful with that. Were you, YouTube? No, you weren't. Oh, somebody's watching me. I hope. I think I have like one right now. Two. I have two. Hi, everybody that's watching. Let's see here. Do I have Texans Fantasy Tammy channel? I guess I need to create a new one. New text channel. Create channel text. Name. YouTube streams. Create channel. And now I can let everybody know. Yes. And there we go. All right. And now it's up on my Discord. Yay! By the way, if you want to come check out... Oh, God, I screwed up the name. I got to edit the channel name. God damn it. I hate when I forget. Cannot catch a break here. There we go. YouTube. Duh. Save changes. All right. There we go. Ugh. I hate when that happens. It's just... Ugh. All right, so anybody have anything they want to say? We're here to chat tonight for a little bit. It's chatting time. So comments, questions, leave a chat. Use the chat bar. Ask away. Admire my new game controller earrings. I really like these things. I really do. I love these earrings. I saw somebody had them online, and I thought, oh, those look really cute. And I looked on eBay and I found a pair for like $3 and like, I gotta have them because they were just so cute. I mean, okay, if they would have been like the GameCube controller, I would have been massively in love with their Xbox, but I'm like, you know what? It's a game controller. I don't care. I'm a gamer. I'm an otaku. I love them. I got complimented already on them today, and I just love my new earrings. These things are amazing. I love them so much. I really do. There we go. Okay, so now I'm up on YouTube. Yay. Okay, so that's fixed up on my stream, on my Discord. Yeah, if you want to check out my Discord, it's Jessica Charm's Playhouse is my Discord. I'm usually on there like every day. I check messages, so you can feel free to join. I mean, feel free to join. I love when people join my Discord. I love when people just join. This is my tablet, by the way. It's a Samsung Galaxy Tab A. I've had it for almost 3 years, and it still kicks so much ass. And this is like my pride and joy at this point. This is like, I love this thing. I have a paper towel against the back of it to keep it from getting scratched up inside this case, because there's like a little ball, because it can shift around and swivel. I love this tablet. I got it to replace my old rec pad. I had a rec pad, and it only took Android 5. I needed Android 6 for some of my apps that I played all the time. So they're like, unfortunately, it can't be updated. I'm like, shit. So I just looked online. At the time, I had the extra money, and I'm like, ooh, 128 gigabytes. Like, Android 9. Yeah, I'll take it. Then it upgraded to 10, and I think it upgraded to 11 recently. But I love this tablet. This is my favorite tablet. I love it so much. I really do. But yeah. But yeah, come on. Ask any questions, talk, chat, say hi, something, please. Because I know these two people are watching, according to this up here. On my end, I have a screen that says that I'm live. So I'm going for like where it is on my screen. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. So come on, Jessica, a little. So I have live, how long I've been live, how many people, and how many likes. That's what I see. So I know these two people are watching me, which is great. Thank you, by the way, for checking me out, because it makes me feel good. Finally getting my hair to grow out, which I'm really happy about. Because, I mean, I wouldn't mind like wearing my wigs yet again, but I'm happy my hair is growing out. Hi, Sammy. I'm doing better. I guess that's really all I can say. I'm doing better. I know Sammy knows what went down with me earlier this month, but I am doing better. I had some blood work today, which the results came back, and I don't understand any of them because I'm not a medical person and I don't understand them at all. But I had to get some blood work. I had to get some tests done for my transitioning, which is cool. I set up the appointment, and then I found out yesterday, because they gave me a list of places that I could go when I set up the appointment. They're like, oh, you can go, here, 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 and here. And I'm like, okay. Or you could print out the document and go to a place that isn't in their system. But I'm like, no, because I'm hoping my insurance is paying for this shit. So I'm not gonna go out of network to make sure that this is paid for, because I'm poor as fuck. Like $3 for a handmade. I gotta pull this off. Hold on. I want to show this on camera. This is really I really freaking do. These things are amazing. But this is my new earring. This thing is so cute. I love it. They're both the same. It's just it's like an Xbox controller, which is the only downside, but I just love it anyway. But then again, since a lot of third-party like Bluetooth controllers are mimicking the Xbox look, I really don't care. But I found out though, because they're like, oh, you can go like here, 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 and I'm like, oh, okay, I can go here or here, and they gave me like a list of places, and one of them was out by where I work, but I wasn't sure where it was. And then when I'm walking into work when I'm walking into work Tuesday afternoon, I'm like, so, because it's like, I'm not going to say the exact address, but it's like 15-1 is where I work. And I'm like, and the place that they were recommending, that one of the places on the list was like 15-5. I'm like, wait a minute, I wonder if that's in this shopping complex. So Wednesday morning when I get to work, I'm like, I'm going to leave a little early Wednesday. I'm going to get there a little early, and I'm like, I'm going to walk around. No, it was Wednesday. I worked Thursday. Shit. It was Wednesday morning. I noticed it. Thursday morning, I left a little early. That's right, because I started work at 10 on Wednesday. 9 on, because it was yesterday I did that. So yesterday, I'm like, I'm going to leave a little early, and I did. I left like maybe 5 minutes early just to give myself enough time. I got there. I literally drove right past where I work, and I'm looking down the rest of the shopping complex. Literally, it's right fucking next door. And I'm just like, I could have scheduled this for like Tuesday afternoon, left early, said I had to be at work by like 1 or 2 or 3, left early, went there, got it done, and then just went to work. And I'm like, "No, you know what? Screw it." Like, I'll just go Friday morning to the place that I set up because I know where that place is. I can get there really easy, and I could. It was right behind a place that I had to go to, a couple times when I used to work retail. And I'm like, "You know what? Screw it. I'll just go there." And I did. And I was like, "You know what? This works really well." I was really happy with that, and yeah, it's that was my day. I went there this morning because I still have, like, yeah, it took me. That's why I wore this coat today. I love this coat, by the way. So they gave me, if you've ever gotten like blood work done, they always put like that piece of gauze on, like right over it, and then they like take this piece of, it's like sticky gauze in a way, and they use that to hold it on. It's like they make it really tight. So I had that on while I was doing my shopping, and then when I got home, I just put a bandage over it because I mean it's good. It's not going to do anything, but you can see maybe that I have like a little mark here. That's where they took the blood. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's fine. But I still have this on just in case. I don't want to like roll the dice that it's going to pop open or something, but I'm going to take it off before I go to bed. But I'm actually happy with that. But the results came back like really freaking quick. Then I remembered all the times like my grandmother had to go for blood work like on a Wednesday morning or a Thursday morning. I'm like, yeah, we were getting the results at like 3 o'clock. They were calling us with the results. So I'm actually doing, it's pretty good. Two of my things were a little high, which were a little concerning, but the one was only high by like 1 milligram, and the other one was high by like 2 nanograms. So I'm not exactly sure how to interpret that. Most of the other stuff was within the standard range. So I'm assuming, I mean, it's like a little close to like the high end of the standard range, but it's within the standard range. So I'm just not sure how they're going to interpret that. But hopefully that goes well. I'm actually looking forward to hearing like getting a message or something like, "Hey, so this worked out really well. You're okay. We can start this off for you a while because I would love to get this kickstarted so that I can just get this over with. I really want to transition. I want to start this. I want this to get going here." But yeah, but that's how I have been today. How have you been, Sammy? How's your day been? Because I saw that you were on the Discord for like 2 seconds, and then I put that up, and then you were gone. So it's like I saw you were idle. I should say you were idle on the Discord. I saw that you were like idle in the Discord. So how have you been? Because if I start this, then it'll hopefully get my bald spot to go away. Oh, that's good. Your day's been pretty okay. Yeah, okay, so nobody's on the Discord on my server right now, so that's good. But that's good that your day's been okay. Yeah, I did my shopping today, which is not fun because I had to pick up I had to go back to my old stomping grounds and pick up something from Five Below, which wasn't good. And yes, I covered the address. I had to go up there and get they had like an illuminated massager. I was in the area anyway because I had to be over that way for my blood test. So I'm like, I'll stop by, bug my old supervisor for a couple minutes, see how she's doing. I'm feeling a little sad for her, which I went to text her. I gotta remember to do that. But I'm like, I'll go bug her for a couple minutes. And I'm like, yeah, what the hell? But I had to pick one of those up because, as you know, I work in a deli, and I noticed something last week when I was getting done work and I was coming home, that if I go to like move my arm, it was starting to get like stiff in my shoulder, like right here, which is not good. That's actually bad because this is the shoulder that actually nobody would know this, but in 2005 I actually did get hit by a pickup truck when I was crossing my street. I actually did get hit, and it hurt. My shoulder stiffens up when it gets cold out, and it's my left shoulder that stiffens up really bad. And I went to move my right shoulder last week, and I'm like, this is getting kind of stiff. And I'm like, but it should be my left shoulder that gets stiff, not my right shoulder. I just played it off to maybe I slept on it wrong, maybe I was just leaning on it wrong or something. Then this week, it was like Tuesday night at work, I'm doing this, which is the slicing action, and I could feel my shoulder like really starting to feel some pain. I'm like, okay, I'm starting to have an issue with my right shoulder. Great. Just what I freaking need when I work here. So I'm like, well, let me see if I'm like, oh, well, I have Friday off like I usually do. I'm gonna drive up, see if they have one of those. It's like an illuminated massager. It's really nice. It was $5. I'm fine with that. I mean, it's a five below. Everything's either, well, let me rephrase that. It's a five and above at this point. Everything's like anywhere from like $1 is like the cheapest, maybe 50 cents or a quarter, to like $10, 15, 20, 25, depending on what the item is. But I'm like, yeah, if they have one of these for $5, I'll pick one up. It's just an illuminated massager. There's like three little balls, and there's like a little hand part, and it just like vibrates. And I'm like, I felt so good on my shoulder. But I also have like some muscle cream I've been putting on it to try to help, and it's just my shoulder's really getting stiff and it hurts. But that's from doing this. Hence why I want to look for another job, because I'm tired of doing this and having it really hurt. Plus, I'm tired of them asking me all, because I work like in a college town or near a college, and they're like, "You're not in college, right?" No. So you're gonna be here this summer? I should be. I'm now looking for a job faster so I can tell them no. That would be funny if all of a sudden it's like, oh, because they still know me as a guy yet. Oh, I still present as a guy there, but say for four coworkers, two of which will be leaving at the, well, one's leaving for good. He's done because he's graduating. Um, the other one's leaving for the summer, but she'll be back in the fall, provided I'm still there. I'll see her again. And there's the other two are still going to be there, but it's like aside from them, nobody else there knows, except for my one friend that works out there. But it's like, yeah, I'm like, hmm. So that's gonna be fun, but nobody else knows that I'm trans out there but them. It's only four people that know, five if you count my friend, but I don't really count her because she knows more about me than they do, because her and I are friends outside of that place. We were former classmates. Like we literally graduated high school the same year. We are high school classmates. But I'm like, yeah, and now I really want to look for like another job. I'm like, I gotta find another job because I was like, I don't want to keep working here. It's just something about this place. I'm just like, I don't want to work here anymore. So I don't like it. It was a good, my friend's heart was in the right place. She's the one that told me to put in the application out there right after I got let go from my other job. Her heart was in the right place. I think her head was like, I really want to get out of this position. And if I find somebody else that could take it over, I could leave and not feel guilty. And I literally start the week she's leaving that position for another position in the store. And I'm like, you bitch. When I found out, I'm like, you bitch. And then she came back to help us out like a couple weeks ago, because the one person called out that takes care of the other half of the section I'm in. They called out and the replacement couldn't come in, and the other replacement was sick. So she came down to help, and she was like doing it periodically throughout the day because she was still doing her job. And she's like, so, and I'm like, yeah, she's like, you've been here for 4 months. I'm like, 4 months? Yeah, I started in November. It's been 4 months. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God, no. I've been here for 4 months. And then it hits me. I don't want to be here much more. I really don't like this job. I'm tired of cutting meat and cheese. I really am. I'm tired of, and it's not even that it's not even like I'm sick of people. I like talking to people, but I like talking to them like this, where it's, we're not having a one-on-one face-to-face conversation where you can see my emotions, you can read my emotions, you can tell if I'm getting a little annoyed, a little pissed off. You can't tell that when you do retail or customer service. If it's a face-to-face thing, they're gonna see they're gonna see your facial expressions. If you have a look of, oh, I really wish you wouldn't have asked for that, then they think that you're giving them attitude. Because I had that would have been 2 weeks ago. Yeah, when I screwed up. It would have been 2 weeks ago. Is I worked on I only had 3 days that week. And I was like, this is good. I was happy with that. And that Wednesday, it was like I was not in the good spot mentally. I was not in a happy place mentally. I'm like, I just could not wait for my 5-day weekend to start because I had an appointment that Monday, so I had requested off. I had that Thursday off, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays I always have off. And I'm like, I could not wait for my weekend to start. I was counting the minutes to my weekend. And I was like maybe an hour. I think it was like an hour or two away from ending my shift. And I'm like, I'm so happy my vacation will start soon. I'm so happy my vacation will start soon. It's a 5-day vacation. And then all of a sudden, this customer came up and is like, well, I don't understand why you're giving me attitude. I'm not giving you attitude. When you ask for something at a deli, if the person behind the counter, on the other side of the counter, okay, like that would be me. If I ask you how would you like it, I assume you're going to say a type of slice. Like you want it thin, you would like it regular, or you would like it thick, or you would like it as a chunk, shredded or chipped. When you look at me and say, no, I really don't know because everybody's going to be different. And that's what annoyed the hell out of me. And I wanted to explain that to him, but he's so uppity because he's like, well, you're giving me attitude. Well, to be fair, he gave me attitude right at the start. I don't know everything that's on sale and not on sale because I don't always look at the flyer for the week. And half the time, the stuff that is on sale, we sometimes don't have. So I made it a point that unless I know for a fact we're going to have it in that week, I'm not worrying about what is and isn't on sale because it's marked anyway. Because the manager of the deli does that. It's marked anyway. You can literally see it if you look in the case. It'll say deal of the week. So we know what's on sale. You can see what's on sale, but not all of us know what's on sale, especially those of us that don't look at the flyer every week. And when I said that, he literally looks at me and goes, well, then what use are you? I'm like, I should have just walked away. It's like, all right. I just went to the other person. You handle them. But this week we had one issue on Tuesday, which was fun. But yeah, I want another job. I really want to find another job. I'm putting out applications left, right, and sideways. So there's that. Hopefully I'll find something, or I'll finally get around to starting my putting up video games and stuff on here, which I'm hoping to do. I'm really hoping to start that soon because it's basically the same thing. Like it just camera, microphone. I don't even really need the microphone. I don't need my microphone because the microphone on that laptop is really freaking good. This microphone, because this is my primary laptop. This is my baby. I've had this. Let me show you. I've had this baby since 2015. I love this laptop. It is my favorite. But that other one is going to be purely for gaming only. Like nothing else because it's running 10. I have to do a shit ton of updates, and I'm just going to record. Like I have to be online for like 5 seconds to a minute to get in because I'm wanting to capture everything through Twitch Studio beta. The only downside is that if it doesn't update, I'll have to sit through the update, which I probably will. So I should look for a better program. But that's all I have right now, unless I do OBS or Streamlabs. I don't know which. I tried OBS before and it just didn't work. But maybe I just got to try to fix it up a little better and actually watch some tutorials, which I'll probably do. But I'm like, I could get that to work. But yeah, I want to get my gaming stuff up on this channel. I want to start doing some gaming. Jessica plays. Jessica's going to play a lot of SNES games. And if I can get it to function correctly, a couple GameCube games, because I love me some GameCube. I have some good GameCube games. Need for Speed. Of course, the downside, though, is that I will have to, if I play anything with music, I am muting the game entirely. So like if I play Need for Speed, you're just gonna be hearing my commentary and nothing from the game because I am not running the risk of a copyright strike. Those 10 words. All right. But yeah, it's been my week. It's been. So, any thoughts, comments, concerns, questions, anything you want to ask me? Because I've been talking for like a while. It's like anything at all you want to ask, I'm game for. Just ask. There's like nothing to do, and I'm kind of bored. Like I'm not gonna be on here for like massively long, so like don't expect like a 2-hour stream. But just 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 anything at this point. I mean, I still have to get like a little more exercise in because it rained all day, so I couldn't really do my. Yeah, I know. I never know. That's the thing. I never know what to ask when I do like stream. When I like was in other people's streams, I never know what to ask. Like I used to watch. Well, I used to watch my friend's stream. I miss doing that, but I did watch Zero the First for a while, and I never knew what to ask. I would just like go with the flow and just interact. It's like, oh hey, and just like feed off of that. Of course, I liked it when he played Golden Sun. I had a blast watching that. It took me back. That's actually how I found his channel again. I'm like, wait a minute, I remember watching this channel at one point. Like, oh my god, I do remember this channel. And I remember watching it. I'm like, yes, it was still a lot of fun. But I want to put up on here that I'm still live. But not a thing on Twitter letting everybody know that I'm still up yet. They want to come hang out and check me out. Just because I know Twitter is a little weird. But yeah, I never know what to ask either because it's like you always feel like if I ask something, it's going to be either really stupid, condescending, weird, stuff like that. But I know. I never know what to ask either. And that's always been one of my problems. I never know what to freaking ask. But basically, I have been doing this. So every night, save for, I think I missed like 2 Fridays because I have, yeah, it's usually Fridays I miss, I think. Hold on, let me check. What the hell's today? The 20, oh yeah, today's 28th, okay. 15th, count back 14 days out, the 29th. So yeah, I think it's been like Fridays that I've missed, which, yeah, Fridays. Okay. So I've like missed the last like 2 Fridays, but I have been journaling to try to help process my feelings and emotions and shit like that, which it has been helping. I will not lie about that. Yeah, I always miss Fridays. What the hell do I always miss Fridays? The ironic thing was, I mean, the first week I did stream. I didn't stream last week because I was still exercising, but I'm like, I miss Fridays. I think tonight will be like my first Friday, and I've actually written in this book. But yeah, so far I have written this many pages so far. This many, which is kind of impressive because when I was in high school, I used to write all the damn time because I would write fiction. I would write fiction stories for fun, and it was mostly just like, I want to say fan fiction in a way because they're just taking stuff that from like an anime series that I watched, like Dragon Ball Z or Cryad or something like that, and just throwing it into a setting, throwing my friends into the characters. Like I did a Yu Yu Hakusho story with the Dark Tournament. I did one with the Rescue Yukina arc. I actually did a really cool fan fiction when I was in like 6th grade where the characters from Dragon Ball Z went into the past and dealt with dinosaurs. Only to then remember that there are dinosaurs that actually exist in their world. But it was kind of cool. I didn't do very well though in that one, unfortunately. I think I failed that assignment or I got a D. No, I got a C in that one. That's right. I got a C on that one because my teacher said it was kind of interesting because I had it from the dinosaurs' point of view. Like they didn't know what the hell was going on. And it's like there's a bald-headed guy with 3 eyes that's doing this, and all of a sudden it got really bright and we couldn't see. And I'm just like, that's Tien doing the solar flare. I'm just like, it just was weird stuff because I was a weird kid growing up. I was weird. I will never deny that. I was weird. I was weird. I was strange. I was unusual. That was me. That was me to a T. I was weird, strange, and unusual. Me to a T. But yeah. I don't know. Ask me questions. Weird things you never thought you'd ask me. Just nothing. Make it SWF or SFW. Safe for work. Because this is YouTube. I don't want. I don't need the almighty YouTube gods bringing the hammer of justice onto my sorry butt. Okay, I am a precious trans girl. I don't need the hammer of YouTube on me just yet. I haven't done anything to deserve the hammer of YouTube. At least not yet. Give me a couple months, I'll probably screw up and they'll be on my butt. They'll be like, you screwed up. Uh-oh. I sense disturbance of the force. It is the almighty hammer of YouTube. No, not the YouTube hammer. But yeah, I don't need the YouTube hammer on me. Alright, that's my dirty clothes bag. I'm gonna throw my socks in there before I make the hole bigger. But yeah. Well, you can ask me like my favorite games. You can ask me what my favorite drinks are, favorite food. But I think I kind of answered all that. Get to know me. I mean, this is like what I said last week when I put the thing up on Twitter that really nobody interacts with my stream. Nobody really comes to talk either. So it's like, that's why I didn't really feel like doing it last week. I'm like, I'll just keep exercising for the night. And I'm like, I mean, I should really do that tonight because I didn't get to go for a walk today because it rained. But then I remember I was exercising like literally all week. Like I went for a walk Monday before I went to work, Tuesday before I went to work. I didn't walk Wednesday because when I got home, it was raining. And I didn't walk yesterday because, again, when I got home, I just didn't feel like it. I was already tired from work. I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'll just do some squats and stuff in here, which I did. I exercised in here again. But, yeah, I'm just like, I really didn't want. It's like, I really, really don't. I wanted to go for a walk today, but it rained. I mean, it's been raining like it rained when I left Walmart, and it has just been raining all freaking day long. And I'm like, oh my God, it sucks so bad that it rains. I hate when it rains because then it sucks all the fun out of everything. Because then you're stuck at home all day. And I'm like, I don't want to be home all day, but at the same time, I don't want to not be home all day. I know tomorrow I have to go for gas, so there is that. I do have to get gas tomorrow because I was $20 short. After getting all the groceries and giving my mom laundry money, I was like, I'm a little short for gas. So I have to go take another 20 out, which pretty much will almost take away all the money I got paid. And there's gas. I think this month I'm actually going to be operating in the red for a month, but yay. I'm sure you probably have like a question, Sammy. There's got to be something in your mind you just kind of want to know. Just something's wrong. Give me something to go off of because I have like nothing to talk about. There's like nothing to talk about. Unless you want to hear how bad I hate these. I got these at Five Below a couple years ago. I gotta charge them back up for starters, but they're just Bluetooth earbuds. They're like $8, and I'm like, I really wanted a set of earbuds, like Bluetooth ones for my MP3 player, and they do work to a point. I tried sleeping with them, like just laying in my bed, listening to them. They go in really easily. They're designed for like phones because I think there's like a little microphone on it. Really tiny to see that, but I'm like, what the hell? I'll get these. I'm like, they're not that bad. And I'm listening to them like, these things suck. I was like, I hate these things so bad, but I don't really listen to my MP3 player that much to justify. Plus, they fall out of they don't like syncing with my player, which really pisses me off. Like I could put these in my ear. I could turn them on, which I don't think they'll turn on. No, they're dead. They're dead. Which makes sense. I don't think I've touched them in like 6 months, so they probably are dead. I wouldn't doubt it. But what's the charge rate on this? Oh, I could probably use my I'll charge these up tonight. Give them a shot again. But I got them, and I'm like, yeah, $8. I just wanted like Bluetooth earbuds that I could stick in my ear, which these work. They just look like crap because so that's what they look like. And that's the other reason I hate them. Aside from the fact that I ended up knocking my fucking earring out now. God damn it. They don't stick in, and they suck. Let's see here. There we go. See? They look uncomfortable. They are uncomfortable, and they just feel wrong in my ear. It's like I just look like somebody that has a fucking hearing aid. Like I look like that person from those hearing aid commercials that they're like, for $25.95 a month, you too can have a hearing aid that'll fit right in your ear and look discreet. Yeah, it doesn't look discreet. It looks like you have a giant freaking piece of metal coming out of your head. Yeah, I hate that. I should probably just take them off. I love these things, but I gotta take them off my ears. I guess I gotta grind down this. Oh yeah, shit, I forgot about that. No, god damn it, I forgot about that. So I found out what I was getting a couple months ago. I guess I lost Sammy. But I found out why my ears are getting those like weird marks on them. Turns out my little converters for earrings, to make clip-ons, they're a little rough around the edges, so I have to like kind of grind them down a little bit. And I forgot that when I pulled these pair out. They weren't hurting me all day, and they only started like maybe an hour ago, so that kind of sucks. But hey, Fortune, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I've been up for like for 40-some minutes. Check out my new earrings. I love these things. They're so cool. Well, that's good. I'm glad you just woke up. I forget you're on the other side of the world for me. Basically. Well, the other side of the country. I forget about that. But yeah, no, I got them on eBay. I actually got a compliment on them today. I just had to take them off because it's a little clip-on converter for it because it's a regular earring, but I don't have pierced ears yet, so I have a converter for it, and I kind of had to take them off because it was bugging my ear. But yeah, I got them on eBay. I'm like, these things are cute. I love them. They're so cute. Yeah, I know. Work's graveyard. It's funny. I would not mind an overnight shift at this point just to get me the hell out of working at a deli. I'm tired of working in this deli. I'm just sick of it. It bugs the crap out of me. Oh. Well, to be fair, you can rewatch the stream after it's done. So, like, what part you came in on. But yeah. No, I would not mind. I mean, I hated doing overnights when I worked retail. Yeah, I hated doing overnights when I worked retail because it was a pain in the neck because I was sleeping during the day. But then again, it was one point in the year they had us working overnights. It was like right around the holidays, like Christmas and that. And it's like, oh yeah, we need you to come in at like 11 o'clock and you're going to work till 8 or 9 in the morning. The one time was be here at 10, and then you'll be done at, let's say, 5 a.m. And I'm like, okay. So I'm working 7 hours and like, I hate dealing with crowds of people too. That's why I liked it. It would have been my last and final holiday at the retail place. I worked at a Five Below. My last and final holiday there. It was Black Friday. My supervisor, she just got in. Was it safe? No, it wasn't safe. I don't think I have a Safeway out here. If I do, it's like down near I live in Pennsylvania, so it'd be like down near bumfuck PA, I guess. That's what I've always called, like, anything that I don't know, it's in Bump, Pennsylvania. Like, if I can't find something, it's in Bumfuck, PA, as I don't know where it is. I mean, to be fair, we have there is an Intercourse, Pennsylvania. It's not just a joke. And for Richer Report, there is an Intercourse, PA. I did not know that. I thought it was a joke for the movie. And my mom's like, no, it exists. And I pulled it up and it does. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I was like, oh my God, it exists. But no, I worked at a Five Below. It's basically like a retail store. It's not the world's greatest, but I worked there. And I worked there for 5.5 years. From 2016, September 25th, 2016 until May 13th, 2022. I worked there. So it was a little over 5.5 years. My last and final holiday, which would have been 2021, my last and final holiday there. My supervisor was brand new. She had come from TJ Maxx, and it's like, hey, would you like to come help out? So I had to work Black Friday, which for all the other years we were working night shift on Black Friday. So we just basically had to clean up the store, restock everything as best we could, and call it a day. And I remember the one year I got yelled at because, like, well, why aren't you just like lift the stuff up, take it out, lift the stuff up and take it out? I'm like, I'm checking to see if it actually will go out. It's like all these are weights. I had a mental list what weights we needed out on the shelf for that little section. I needed 2-pound weights, 3-pound weights, and 4-pound weights. All we had were 5-pound weights. And it's like, oh. And we weren't allowed to change the pricing or anything because they wanted everything to stay the same. And the person just kind of, the acting supervisor, because the one that I had wasn't there, he just kind of looks at me and goes, oh, okay. It's like, okay, he knows what he's doing. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. It's not rocket science. I know what to do. I don't want to waste the energy dragging 50 5-pound weights out that are not going to go out. That's a waste of energy. Especially when, we have an entire store to restock and only X amount of stuff to put out there because we didn't get a truck. I'm being very, it's not like I'm picking and choosing, but I'm taking what will go out versus what isn't going to go out. But my last and final holiday, I worked there, which would have been 2021. So my supervisor goes, hey, because I had to work Black Friday, I had to be there. Originally, I was supposed to be there at 7. Or it was 5. Originally supposed to be there at 5 a.m. like normal because it was on a Friday. So 5 a.m. And I was going to be working till 11. She texted me. She goes, I'm going to show up at 3. Are you cool with showing up at 3? I'm like, sure, what the hell? We both showed up at 3 in the morning, mind you, 3 a.m. on Black Friday. It's like, I am passing Best Buy. There is a line of people outside of Best Buy in the freezing cold on Black Friday waiting for deals to get a TV. I passed like a Target and a Walmart, and there are people out there. There's, no, the Toys R Us was gone by that point. The hell was it? I don't remember what the other place was I passed, but it's like, there are lines already. And I'm like, people are nuts. I get there. There's nobody in the parking lot at the mall. Not a soul is there. I'm like, cool. We both go in. We're setting everything up. Come 7 a.m. when the store opened. They were open at 7 a.m. for Black Friday. Not a soul came in to the store. Not a soul. Not one single person. No one. Nada. Zip. Zilch. Zenada. Come 9 o'clock. It is wall-to-wall people. Like, I am in my own little corner of the store, and I'm just like, this is where I'm going to hide. This is where I'm going to hide for the, I'm done at 11. This is where I'm going to hide for the next 2 hours. I'm just going to hide here and move about from here. Because we had the back door open. I wanted to make sure nobody went into the back. So I literally parked the U-boat right in front of it. And I'm like, I'm just going to work off this U-boat and stay in this general area. I had one U-boat blocking the door, and I had one U-boat next to it. I'm like, I'm gonna work off these, and this is where I'm staying for 2 hours. I am not budging off of this spot for 2 hours. And I didn't. I did not take a break, and I was supposed to, but I didn't really get a chance to because, again, wall-to-wall people, it's like, hey, can you get me this? Can you get me this? Can you get me this? Is there any chance I could get that? And it's like something that's really high up on the shelf. The one person was really nice about it because she was like, it's all the way up top there. Is there any chance you could get it for me? And I'm like, yeah, let me go get a ladder. And I went and got the ladder, walked. It was this little crappy step ladder I had to get because we couldn't bring out the really big one because company policy, we could not bring out the big ladder when the store was open. So I had to go get the little step ladder, and I'm up 2 rungs on the step ladder. I was like 6'2" or 6'3" in my shoes, and I'm knocking the box below it off to get the one on top. I get it, hand it to the customer, and she's like, oh, thank you. And I'm picking up a couple more of them quick, throwing them onto the shelf so that I'm not going to be bothered again. And I'm like, okay. And I'm right back to what I'm doing again. I think the most fun, though, I had was Christmas Eve that year. So I had to work Christmas Eve, which did suck. I won't lie about that. That did suck. But Christmas Eve, I was there at 7 a.m. And there was one other associate that was in at 7, and one other one that showed up at 8, and the store opened up at 9. Or was it 8? No, store opened up at 8. The other one showed up like at 7:45. So when the other one showed up. Store opened up at 8, and I'm like, okay. So there was an issue up front. I remember going back. They're both in the office. I knocked on the door. The one goes, oh, Jesus. And I answered, she opens the door and said, well, I usually answered, and I used my male name. Like, I usually answer to Andrew, but I'll take that as well. There's an issue up front. You have to make your own fun sometimes. But I ended up blowing through like 3 U-boats on my own on Christmas Eve. And the best reason why is because it was the store was like empty of stuff. And I'm just like, the minute I open up a box, I throw it on, I price it, throw it on the shelf. It's gone in like 3 seconds. I'm like, perfect. I was like, and it's gone. I'm so happy about that. But yeah, I mean, I would not mind doing graveyard. I actually tried getting a job. There's like a convenience store 2 miles from me. I tried getting, I put in application after application after application there. And I have never gotten anything. Look, I'm like, hey, I will do overnight. I will restock your shelves for overnight. Don't ask me to make food. I really don't want to make food. I'll restock your shelves. It's like 14 or 15 bucks an hour. I'll restock your shelves. I'll clean your coolers. I'll restock your shelves. I'll mop the damn floors with a toothbrush if you want me to. I don't care if it means I don't have to work in this fucking deli anymore. I don't care. I thought about getting into security, but a couple of the places around here that do, they actually require a license for it, and they make you go for the training, but you have to pay for the training. They don't reimburse you for it. And that was one of the things, because I did put in for a security place, and the one was like, we have to send you to a training course. It's like a 2-week training course. You're paid during that because they consider that paid training, but you have to pay for that course yourself. The course was like $50 to $100 a class. It's 4 classes, so that's like $400. You will get like what you would be getting paid normally for going to that class, but you still have to pay for the class. So it's like, yeah, no. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing security either. All I have to do is like drive around, because there is security at the mall I used to work at. All he did was just drive around the mall, and like I would get to work at like 4, sometimes like 4:15 in the morning when I had to start at 5. I would get there like 4:15, just sit in the parking lot till my supervisor showed up and just zone. Or I'd sit on the sidewalk and just be like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here and just relax. There was right near the start because in 2021 the store manager left, the assistant store manager left, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But yeah. I don't remember if it was. I think it was just like a general course that they wanted me to take. It's like you have to. They had to do like everything for it, and I was like, yeah, I could do that. And then when they're telling me, well, you have to pay for it yourself, and they told me how much it would be, I'm like, I gotta pay for it myself, and it's how much? Yeah, okay, forget it. I was like, um, yeah, no thanks. It was not worth it. And the place is like unarmed. You get like a taser because they, the security company around me, at least the one that I keep getting, hey, we think you'd be a good, job for this one. They're like, well, you are in a different, yeah, I am in a different state too, but they're like, they don't want armed security guards. The armed security guards are their own thing because they're like, how the person explained it to me, they were really nice about it, was you have the rent-a-cops, which are basically mall security, ones that couldn't pass psych evaluation to actually join the police force. Those are what we call rent-a-cops. They're like mall security, security like county fairs and stuff like that. Like the ones that you just get for like a couple days, you give them a badge and they have the authority to yell at you. That's the most power they have. That's it. If something serious happens, they have to report it to their higher ups, and their higher ups have to like contact the actual cops. There's more, yeah, there is more liability to being armed. That was her. It was a woman that I was talking to about it. That was her point because she goes, well, is she like, do you have like a license to carry a weapon? I said no. She goes, okay, and she was explaining that this and this. I'm like, okay, I could do that. And I mean, now at the time, my uncle was a cop. He was a former cop. He retired. And I was like, okay. And I'm like, I just really didn't feel like going that route. I'm like, just for literally the position that I was going for, that I had applied for, I would be sitting at a desk, literally just sitting at a desk. And she even admitted it. She goes, this is kind of idiotic. You're just going to be sitting at a desk, but it's required of all the employees of the company. But the fact that I was gonna have to pay for it out of pocket, I'm like, yeah, no, forget it. But it was not something that I didn't think about. Trust me, I did not think about it. But I mean, I wouldn't mind just doing overnight work. I mean, I've been trying to find like data entry stuff because I'm good with computers. I am good working with computers, working on computers. I'm good with numbers. I've just been wanting to find like data entry. Like there's like a shit ton of those, but they all require, oh, you need this, this, and this, and this, this, and this. And I'm like, ugh. But yeah. But yeah, there is more liability to being armed because you have to make sure that, oh my God, if you fire your weapon, oh Jesus Christ, God, God forbid they fire a weapon. But yeah, I just remember I'm sorry, I have like my nose is a little itchy, but I just remember it's like the tier list that she was explaining. She's like, you have the rent-a-cops, you have the unarmed security that they have a little more authority because they're trained. Okay, they get a taser. It's like they're armed, but they're not armed with firearms. Like they have non-lethal weapons, like a taser or pepper spray. That's what they consider the unarmed. Like they can still defend themselves, but they don't have like lethal force. You have the armed security guards, and then you have police. And she's like, you would qualify for rent-a-cop to unarmed because you don't, unless you want to go for your license. And I'm like, I really don't want to go for that. I mean, my friend has a license for a gun. I'm like, I just really didn't want one. Yeah, they're not. That's the problem. It's like you can be armed, but if you so much as put your hand near that thing, you have to fill out like hours of paperwork for it. Um, because my one teacher in high school, he actually did, yeah, I can't talk today either. He did do security for a while at a mall. And one of the things that he said was he was telling us a story. Every Friday, if we got our lessons done quickly enough in the week, come Friday, it would be, provided we had his class on a Friday, because we had a weird schedule where like one day would be double the period length of a regular class, but it would be like certain schedule, like certain periods. So if we had his class on a Friday, it would be story time. We would get story time, which is really cool. Yep. Because he was telling us the story because he goes, he worked security. Now, granted, his was only temporary. because he knew it was only temporary. But he goes, they're watching the monitors, and somebody's literally like taking a whole bunch of stuff, sticking it in their bag, and they're walking from store to store. They're seeing them on the camera. They're seeing the stuff out of their bags, and they're getting like the little things are going off. They don't know what's going on. So all of a sudden, his cohort or his partner at the time is like, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take him down. Pulls the gun out. Pulls the gun out. Cocks it. And's like, I'll be back. Yeah, never came back. He goes, stop the person at the door. It's explaining to them that they can't do anything, but because there's a camera in the security office watching the security officers, the supervisor saw the guard pull out a gun. It's like, nope. He goes, I didn't see him after that. Because he escorted them to the holding area at the mall, and the next thing he knew is that somebody new came and was like, hi, I'm taking over for so and so today for like the rest of the shift. They were told to go home. I don't know why. I'm like, yep. And so I'm thinking to myself, I kind of figured it out. That he explained, you're not supposed to have a gun, period. Yep. Like you cannot have a firearm, period. Because that's what the lady was telling me. She's like, I would qualify for like rent-a-cop or unarmed. And that's if I would have went through. Because basically, how she explained it was the training was like 4 or 5 classes, and all it basically was like explaining everything that you would have to do. Explaining. Did you ever see like Armed and Dangerous? It's basically the class that Eugene Levy and John Candy took, where it's like it's X amount of hours, but she said it was broken out over 4 classes, like 4 or 5 classes, to make sure everything wasn't just shoved into you at once. But you had to pay for it. And I was like, I'm not paying for it. It wasn't worth it to pay for it. And I didn't have the money at the time either. I'm like, I'm not gonna pay. I only had like, I think at the time I only had like maybe $100 to my name. I was like, yeah, no. But they're like, yeah, they're like giving you the basics, like, okay, this is how you can defend yourself if you find yourself in the situation without lethal force, without having to use a firearm. Like talking situations, like, try to talk the person down, make sure they don't do anything stupid. Immediately contact the police if you feel like it's going to be an escalating situation, call for backup, stuff like that. I'm like, makes sense. But yeah. That works. You get a list. I love that you get a list you get the answers to. That works. That works. But yeah, like I said, I had thought about security, but okay, granted, I do look imposing. At least I did. I built like a brick shit house, as how one person worded me once. Because I'm everybody always thinks that I could bench press a bus, and it's something that's always bothered me, which is one of the main reasons why I'm transitioning, because I hate that stigma about me. It was a 4-hour course. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I remember I had to do ELMs at work for our electronic learning modules. I built like a 2.4. No, I built like a brick shit house, or like my mom says I'm built like a football, like a linebacker in a way. And a couple people that have seen me were like, "Oh, you could bench press a bus." I hate that. Like if I would actually go out in guy mode and go to like Walmart, if I so much as go near the toy aisle, like, hey, I want to see if they have any Transformers. I want to check out the Legos, see if there's like a Lego kit or something I can get really cheap. The parents, if there is a parent in that aisle with a kid, they will yank that kid so close to them. It is like, I give off a pedophile vibe, apparently. I'm 6'1". I was 366 pounds when I got weighed on the 17th. When I weighed myself last night, I was 345 yet. So, because I did gain a little weight back, but I didn't weigh myself today. But then again, today's my cheat day because it rained. It rained all day. I had to get blood work done. and it rained all day. It rained all day. I couldn't go for a walk. But yeah, I'm 6'1" too. So trust me, I know it's not easy to be tall. Trust me, it is not fun or pleasant. Yeah, I know. Let's go. Yeah, but yeah, it's not fun being tall. Thank you. Yeah, I'm actually proud that I lost. It was 366. Wait, hold on. What was it? I have a paper. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I have the paper here from my appointment. They gave me the printout. Let's see. Okay, I was on the 17th. I was 366 pounds and 14.4 ounces. My blood pressure was 154/94 with a BMI of 48.41. Unfortunately, they never take with the BMI, the body mass index, they never take muscle into consideration with that. Because when I was in high school, I was like 6'1", 6'2". So I know I shrunk about an inch, which is fine. But it's like, I'll get this back here. But the health teacher was like, they don't really consider muscle mass into this stupid calculation. And I was like, yeah, they never do. And I was like, ugh. So it made it seem like I was massively overweight, and I really didn't feel like I was. So when I went for my appointment on the 17th, they're like, well, you're obese. I'm like, I'm not obese. Obese for me would be obese for me would be what I was November of last year, 498 pounds. That I would consider obese. That I would consider a problem. 6'1", about 366 pounds. I wouldn't consider that obese. I would consider that, okay, you're husky. You're on the thicker side. You're not obese, but you're husky. 400 pounds, I would consider obese. Anything higher than that, like if you hit 500, you're very obese. That I would consider obese. But 366 pounds, no, you're obese because of your height, your BMI. And I'm like, oh, damn it. But yeah, I did like a fasting for 2 days, which, well, sorry, I fasted for 2.5 days. So that was I didn't eat Monday or Tuesday, and I didn't eat till Wednesday night. So it was like 2.5 days I fasted. And I was like, I had to eat something Wednesday night. My vision was starting to get blurry. My balance was starting to get all messed up. I'm like, okay, 2 days max. Two days is my maximum. I'm like, 2 days, that's it. I'm fine with that. But yeah. But I have been working out a little more. I've been doing like leg stretches, squats at night. Let me phrase it. I do 25 squats in the morning and 25 at night. Now I got it up to 30, so I'm able to do an extra 5, which is good. That's getting me a little extra practice. I'm trying to walk every day. Again, when the weather cooperates, because it rained all day, which sucked. It bothered me. It really did, because it rained all day. I was like, why does it have to rain? But I was like, oh. But yeah, I try to walk. I walked last Monday before I went to work, and last Tuesday. I can usually walk on Tuesday mornings. It's not a problem. Again, provided it's not raining, because I don't work till at least 4 o'clock, because my mom has to go to the laundromat, and we only have one car. So, and I specifically told that to my manager. I'm like, I can't come in till 4 o'clock. That way I know, just in case something happens, I'm covered. I'm like, look, 4 o'clock. He's fine with it. I can come in at 2 sometimes if somebody doesn't call in, but I'm not going to say, yeah, I can be here at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday and work 2 to 10. I really hate closing, and I get stuck closing now every Tuesday, which I hate closing. This deli. I hate that. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. When you have to memorize the list of things you have to do, and for me, so that I don't forget it, like the literal list of stuff I have to do every single Tuesday night to close, I had to put it to song. Like I had to pick one of my favorite songs and put it to song so that I would remember everything. Clean the slicers, clean the floors, wipe down the counters, wipe down the door handles, wipe down the kick plates, wipe down the scales, wipe out the sinks, take out the trash, take out the cardboard. I'm like, the list is endless. Make sure this, and this are restocked. Make sure the dates are checked for this, and this. And I'm like, so much that I have to remember. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. Fortune, I hate working. Like I said, what happened was my friend worked there. So my old classmate, her name's Ashley. She worked there. Yeah, closing is, oh my God, it is. Oh my God. Especially now because the store closes at 10. So I'm scheduled to 10. And the way I was told is that if the store closes at 10, you have to stay till 10. What person is going to show up at 9:55 at night and want meat and cheese sliced? There is a grab and go section right there of already cut meat. Get it from there. At 9:53, I'm clocking out because I can clock in 7 minutes early and clock out 7 minutes early, up to 7 minutes max. You can clock in, and up to 7 minutes past, you can clock out. Comes 9:53, I'm clocking out. I am out that door before 10 o'clock because I am not sticking around after that. Oh, I love it. I've had that happen too a couple times. There's an old person that came the one time. I literally had both the slicers cleaned, unplugged. The floor is mopped. I am just killing the last 5 minutes before I have to walk the trash back and clock out. Because I'm like, look, I have to clock out anyway. I'm going to walk the trash back and clock out then. Because the clock out is right by the trash bin. Like, why should I walk that there, walk back here, then walk back to clock out? I can just throw it there, kill two birds with one stone, work smarter, not harder. So I'm like, I'll just do that. Yeah, that's what I. Yeah, oof is right. But there was this old guy came and he's like, "Are you closed?" Yeah, I want cheese. I'm closed. I want cheese. The grab and go section's already sliced right over here. Well, do you have this? And, yeah, it should be right over here. I don't see it. I literally walk over. I'm like, right here. There you go. I handed him one packet. And this was back when the store would close at 11. Now it's 10 o'clock they close, which I feel like if the store is closing at 10 o'clock, that the deli should close at 9 o'clock. And I've made it my mission to try to have everything done that I have to have done by 9. That way, if somebody comes in, it's like, are you open? Nope. I'm closed. I am here specifically to just answer questions at this point only. I am not plugging these back in to slice meat and cheese that I have to clean again. But yeah, it should. You're right. It should. This is the thing that I brought up with my coworkers because I'm like, look, the store closes at 10. Why the hell do we have to be here till 10? If the store closes at 10, the deli should close at 9. Because when the store closed at 11, we were done at 10. Now the store closes at 10 and we're done at 10. I'm like, no, that's not happening. This past week, I was out of there like 15 minutes early because I had everything done. I had everything cleaned, everything wiped out, and I'm like, yeah. Yep, that's about how it is with me too. Like I can have everything done, everything's clean, and I got like 30 minutes left. And you have to stand there. And I'm like, I always save the trash for last because again, it's right by because in the back is where I clock out. So it's right next to the elevator, but on the other side of the elevator, you have the cardboard compactor, and right next to that, all the way at the end, is the trash chute. Well, the trash chute's usually locked up by that point, but there's a bin you shove it into, and then they dump it in later. I'm like, I'll just throw it in that, then go clock out, go up, get my coat, and go out the door. The kicker is now I have to go out the way I go back because they locked the one door at 9. They locked the door that I usually go in at the day at 9. So I usually go in by customer service. They lock that door at 9. So now I have to go out the other door and walk all the way to my car, which is a pain in the ass. Yep, you do. Because, well, the kicker is that there's one guy that works the hot bar, which is like the hot food in that's on the other side of us. It's still part of our department. So if he's closing, he'll have that entire thing done and he's out of there like 45 minutes before the end of his shift. Like if he's scheduled to be there till 8, he's out of there at 7:15, 7:20 at the latest. And it's like, how the hell does he do it? And then it's like, if I think to myself, God forbid, if I leave 20 minutes before my shift ends, yeah, I'm like, if I leave 20 minutes before my shift ends, I'm like, all of a sudden it's like, why am I leaving 20? Oh, I'm leaving 20 minutes before my shift ends. Okay. And then people get like really pissed off. I'm like, this past week I got out of there 15 minutes early because I had everything closed down. Everything was done. I'm like, I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, I am not going to stand here for 15 minutes looking out at nothing. I'm like, I'm going to go home. I think to myself, if you want to screw me out of 15 minutes, screw me out of 15 minutes. If you want to throw a complaint about it, I'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. and yell at me then. I'm like, I'm out of here. Everything was shut down. There were whatever customers were left in the store were all the way at the other end of the store with the frozen food and that. I'm like, they're not going to come down here. They got their shopping done down here. Oh no, I don't touch anything in any other department. I had a Karen incident already. So, because it's a college town. So one of the students showed up and she wanted sushi. There's a sushi because this store has sushi. So the sushi thing is right at the end of the deli counter. That is where the sushi department starts. And on the other side of where they make the sushi is like our cheese thing, like our cheese and ring bologna and stuff like that. So all of a sudden, she just like shows up and her friend are talking. This is a Thursday. And she goes, well, she's getting my attention. She goes, I want sauce on this, not my department. I don't touch anything in anybody else's department. It is not my department. And she got uppity because I refused to open up the fridge for the sushi department to see if there was something, to see if there was sauce in there. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. One, it's not my department. Two, I'm not opening anything and touching any of their stuff. And three, I don't even know where they have it. And it escalated. Usually I can tell somebody, not, this isn't my department. Yeah, that was the same thing that my friend that works out there. She's an assistant manager in the meat department now. The one that told me to get the job there, that put in the word for me. She works. That's why she wanted, I think, why she was hoping I would join so she could go find another position there. I'd like to find another position there if there's nothing else I can do. But it usually I could tell somebody, sorry, this isn't my department. I don't handle this. This isn't my department. And that's usually how it ends. They're like, oh, okay, that's fine. No, she refused to take this. Because then she's like, well, they did it to me. They did it for me before. I'm like, okay, well, they did it for you before. Whoever did it shouldn't have done it. I'm not doing it. And she got uppity. It's like, well, you need to, just why can't you just open up that fridge and tell me if I'm not touching their stuff. I am not opening up their fridge. I am not touching anything in their department. The only thing I did for them out of the kindness of my heart was I refilled the chopsticks for them, but that was because I knocked out the last 5 that were there and I saw where they had them at when I walked by to take something out to the cheese case. I'm like, oh, these are where the chopsticks are, because they literally had them sitting on the tray, on their they had like a baker's rack, and they literally had them sitting on there out in the open. I'm like, okay, so these are where okay, so this is their chopsticks. I accidentally knocked the container that they had them in for the customers to get. I knocked that on the floor and spilled them. That was my fault. I was being nice, like, you know what? I know where they are. I picked it up. I actually cleaned out the container. I knew where the sticks were. I went, grabbed them, and I refilled that. That is the only thing of theirs I touched. But that was, again, they were already out in the open, and I knocked them over to begin with. It was my fault, and I was making amends. But this lady was pissed that I would not open up this refrigerator to see if there was, I think she wanted like orange sauce for it. Like, I'm not doing it. Oh, yeah, they can be, without a doubt. But it escalated so fast because all of a sudden she goes, well, I want to talk to your manager. Well, by this point, the deli manager left at like 2:30, like 2 or 2:30, he left for the day. And she goes, well, where are the sushi people? They were here yesterday. Well, it's because Wednesdays there's a special. So they're usually there covering the special. They're there till like 8 o'clock because there's a special for the day. But they had left at like 2:30, like 2 or 2:32. And she's like, well, who's above you? Who's the next person that's in charge? Like, that would be the store manager. Well, I'm going to talk to them right now. You get them here right now. I actually had to page the store manager to come to the deli department. And I'm like, okay, I was thinking it was going to be the one manager or one of the others. No, it was the store manager himself that came down. I'm like, oh God. I was just looking at this and I'm like, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. I am really, really screwed. I'm like, okay, I'm going to page for the manager to come to the deli department and I'm going to stay far away from this lady. I'm not going to intervene with this anymore. I'm done with this conversation. She literally goes like this to me. I walk over. She goes, how long does it take the manager to get here? I page them. Depending on how long it takes them to get here. Yeah, depending on what they're doing, I don't know where they were in the store. All of a sudden, he comes walking over. She starts laying into him. She's like, well, your associate over there won't even open up the refrigerator door and see if there's any sauce for this. I want sauce for this. I don't understand why he can't open up that refrigerator and just tell me if there's sauce or not in there. What are these incompetent people? He's telling me it's not his department. It's not his job. It's not his responsibility. And I'm standing there like, I'm fired. I'm fired. I'm fired. I'm fired. And the manager literally goes, it's not. That's not his job because that's not his department. Well, I want sauce on my sushi. Fine. I'll fix it for you. He actually went back. He opened it up and he got the sauce out for her. She still got pissed off at him. Then he comes over to me. He goes, don't worry about it. I'm like, like it escalated so fast. I'm like, that was a full-on Karen. Like, that was my first ever Karen that I ever had to deal with. I'm like, never again. I mean, I had one issue this past Tuesday. A lady found a hair in her cheese. Now, to be fair, my coworker and I figured out where it came from. It came from the other coworker. Oh yeah, he is a nice guy. Nothing really pisses him off unless you really start getting uppity with him. But he will not berate the employees because he understands, oh no, yeah, don't worry about it. Because like, it's not my department. I'm not open. And I even said, I said, I just didn't want to open up their stuff and mess anything up for them because it's a different company. It's like, it's not the store itself that runs the sushi. It's a different company that the store lets come in. It's like, I'm not opening their stuff. I'm not touching their stuff. I'm not messing with their stuff. And it's like, I'm not doing any of that stuff. But like this past Tuesday, we had a lady that she found a hair in her cheese and she was upset about it. My coworker and I figured out where the hair came from. It came from the other person that was working with us for a little bit yet till his shift was done. And I said, look, ma'am, I said, I'll clean the slicer and I will cut you cheese from a brand new block. I said, I will throw out the other one and I will cut you cheese from a brand new block. I had already finished cutting her meat which is on a different slicer. And she threw her meat back on the couch. She goes, no, just forget it. Just forget the whole thing. I'm disgusted with this place. You people are disgusting. And she's literally screaming this as she's walking away. She's, I don't even know if I can shop here anymore. This is disgusting. Yet she's walking the opposite way of the door. Like the door is to her right. She's walking to her left. Well, the door's to my right. She's walking to my left. And it's like, if you're done with shopping here, I should have said, oh, ma'am, if you're done shopping here, the door's over here, not over there. But I was not going to, I'm like, you know what? Just go away. Thank you. Because she's nasty. It's like the third time we've had an issue with her, but she is a little uppity. But I had a person that gave me attitude, and yeah, it was fun. Oh, yeah, she wanted to make a scene. She was hoping I would have just said, oh, here, have it for free, because I said something to my manager the next day. And I said, oh, yeah, I said, just in case some lady calls up and complains, said, this is what happened. And he goes, don't worry about it. Like the literal deli manager's like, don't worry about it. He goes, she just wanted free food. He goes, I know which one you're talking about. She just wanted free food. Forget it. Yeah, she wanted to make a scene, but it's like, there's nobody there giving a rat's ass, and I'm like, I'm not caring either. Like, I don't care. I don't care. Not one, not one little bit. I don't care. But it's like, yeah. But no, I mean, when I worked at Five Below, the only issue I ever had was one lady that wanted to use the bathroom, which at the time we were not allowing customers to use because we had overstock in there, and the other bathroom was for employees only. So I told her no. She got really pissed off because I would not let her kid go to the bathroom. I said, ma'am, I can't let you back there because our bathrooms were in the back of the store behind the employee only entrance. I said, I can't let you back there because it was being used for storage because we didn't have enough room, one, and two, it was a safety issue. She got pissed because of that. That was issue one. I'm like, okay. To myself, ma'am, you could just went into the mall, said, hey, I gotta take my kid to the bathroom. Can you hold on to this for me? I would have put it into a basket. I would have put it behind the door, and she could have came back. No problem. I'm like, I'm not letting you back there. And then we found out, oh no, you're supposed to let them back there, but you're supposed to keep an eye on them. Like you're supposed to stand outside the door and then walk them back out so they don't touch anything. I'm like, yeah, no. I actually flat out said that. I'm like, no. It's like, and it's just easier for me to say, no, the bathroom is not available. And the person's like, no, you really I can't sit back there and watch and keep an eye on them. Like, okay, they have the bathroom door closed, and I'm standing out there waiting for them to come back out of the bathroom and escort them out the door. Then they make a beeline back. They're like, okay, I saw that they have this, and this back there. I'm going to make sure that once the person takes me back out, I'm going to keep an eye out and I'm going to walk back there. No, because then you're inviting thieves. Regardless if we have a camera back there or not, you're inviting thieves. And then it'll come back to me. I'm like, no. But there was that issue. And then there was one lady that this was a Friday shift that I had. It was me and the customer experience manager that were the only ones working. I was asked to give my supervisor a hand in the back because she came in on her day off to give her a hand in the back doing some organizing and trying to get a lot of the excess stuff down from the higher up on the shelves because they were transferring it to a different store. I'm like, I'll help with that. I did not want to work out on the floor because I'm like, look, it's a Friday. It's the middle of, it was January because Louis Anderson and Meatloaf had just died. So it's like, it's January. I'm like, it's a Friday. I'm like, it's a Friday. It's like 11. It's like going on like 10 o'clock in the morning. We never have that many people in here at 10 o'clock. I'm like, no, I'm not going to go out. No, I'll help back here. I really did not want to work with her out on the floor because I knew she was going to have me do everything because she didn't want to do anything. And she never did. But so, a lady comes out and they hit a button. So she went up to the register and she rang a button. She told the CEM. So she rings a button for me to come out. I go out and she goes, I need you to give this lady a hand getting something off the shelf out here. I'm like, okay. So I walk over with her. Well, the person she's with is taking a poster tube and is trying to knock it off. And I have to yell over the music because for some unknown reason, the CEM decided to turn the music up really loud, which annoyed the hell out of me. But I'm like, man, please don't do that. So you don't want the stuff falling down and hitting you. She goes, well, if you people would have been out here. I said, I'm very sorry. I said, we're shorthanded. I said, no, I'm helping somebody in the back right now. She goes, well, how was I supposed to know that? I said, you're not. I said, I am apologizing. And I'm being really nice about it. And she's like, well, I want this off. I said, okay, so well, let me go get the ladder and I'll get it down for you. So I go back, get the little step ladder, which is right inside the door, come back over. She's gone. I'm like, where'd she go? Here she went up to the front and complained to the CEM. And she's like, well, your employee gave me attitude and yelled at me. I'm never coming back here. I'm filing a complaint with the store. So she did not waste any time. This CEM did not waste any time. I called her an Oompa Loompa because she just reminded me of an Oompa Loompa so much from Willy Wonka. So she comes walking back and it's like, well, I need to talk to you. So she drags me over to the site. She goes, so I got a complaint from a customer that you yelled at her. I said, I did not yell at her. She goes, well, she said you yelled at her. I did not yell at her. She goes, well, I still have to write you up for this. I fought the write-up because the district manager was there that day because that's who we were taking the stuff out. He was bringing his car around to transfer it to the one store, which is like driving distance. He was going to drive it over. And it was like maybe 5 or 6 boxes of stuff. He was going to drive it over rather than us putting it on a truck and sending it over. So all of a sudden I told my supervisor, I'm like, well, I'm getting written up now because that lady said that I yelled at her, and the CEM was like, I'm writing you up for this. I'm like, I didn't yell at her. I didn't do anything to, justify this. It's like, no, you yelled at her. I'm writing you up for it. The district manager actually said something to her and goes, believe me, because again, they knew me as Andrews. Like, I've heard him yell because I helped with inventory. And at the one point, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning doing inventory. And I have the magic sheet of which numbers have yet to be counted in the system so we can all go the hell home. Because we were at a store where the manager at the store had fallen off the ladder the day before. She dislocated her shoulder really bad, and they had to take her for surgery for it to put it back in. Like, they could not pop it back in. They actually had to put her under for it. So we're over there helping that store out. And it was like a whole bunch of us from different stores. Like, my manager's there. The manager from another store is there. So we want to get the hell out of there. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning that have yet to be counted. One of them was one that I was literally doing when my manager showed up. And it's like, yeah. I'm like, so I had the magic sheet and I'm yelling out which numbers have yet to be counted. It's like, I'm standing by the back room and I'm like, 1725, 0956. And I'm yelling out which sticker numbers, and I'm yelling it loud enough so that everybody can hear me because they're looking all over the store for these last couple stickers. So the DM goes, I've heard him yell. Believe me, if he would have yelled, you would have heard it up front. You would have heard it in the back. You would have heard it over, by the way, why is the music so loud? You would have heard it over that. Trust me, he did not yell at that customer. Well, I'm still writing him up. You write him up, and I guarantee you it's not going to go any further than that. When my supervisor was still sick my last day, that was the other reason why I opted to not wait around for her to show up on the off chance she wasn't going to, but also because I knew she did not like me. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to show up. I was like, you know what? It's my last day. Screw it. And then the store manager blacklisted me to ever come back because I didn't work my last 2 shifts. So, yeah. But yes, I mean, I would just love to do like something with computers, like retail. I did retail for 5.5 years. I would like to get out of the deli. I cannot explain how much I want to get out of the deli. Like, I will literally mop floors. I will do janitorial work. I don't care. I want to get out of the goddamn deli. I hate working in a deli. I mean, the problem is that the kicker is the deli manager actually told me and all of the employees day one, if you would like a little snack, we don't mind it. The store has a please don't steal from us policy. We're watching you with cameras. But the deli manager goes, you're working with food all day. He goes, the urge is gonna hit you. I'm getting hungry. I could really use like a little snack. He goes, this is what I do. It's either there's a spot in the back you can stand, cameras can't see you, and the store managers know about it. It's like, if you want to, drink, if you want to get like a drink of water, stand there or stand right about here where the sink is. They can't see you. It's fine. I'm like, yeah. But yeah, I agree though. Fortunately, it's like, I want to get out. But it's like, or you can go into the freezer and you can munch on, like, if you get like a couple slices of meat or something, go into the freezer, quick munch on it, then come back out. It's like, you just make it look like you're going in there to check something and then you're coming back out. It's that easy. Because I'm fine with it. Store managers know about it. Because if the big wigs are here, don't do it. it's like if the big wigs show up, don't do it. But if the store managers did, don't worry about it. But yeah, I mean, I would just love to do like data entry or I mean, I'm good with computers. I'm good like data entry. I did that with the fire company I volunteered at. I'm good with data entry. I'm good with I mean, it's mostly just like I'm good with data entry. I'm good with computers. I'm good at researching stuff. I just trying to find something that's in my wheelhouse is difficult. I mean, I have an associate's degree in website designing, which is basically worthless. But I mean, if I could like design templates and sell them on Etsy and make that into like, hey, look, here's my income stream. I'm selling templates on Etsy and websites. I'll take it at this point just to get the hell out of goddamn Delhi. Like I said, my friend's heart was in the right place because I got scammed out of money at the time and she was being really helpful, but her head wasn't in the right place, but her heart was. But yeah. Yeah. Well, my battery's down to like 33%, so I think I'm going to call it because I've been doing this for like an hour and a half and I'm out of things to say. I'm out of things to say. It's weird. It happens, but all right. I think I'm going to call it though. This has been fun though. I also have to remember to put it up. That's why I set up the new thing on my Discord for when I'm live. I'm just going to like bum the link and I'll send it over there. It's like, I'm live. Go check it out. Like I'll like email myself the link, quick pull the link off and put it on Discord. Because I don't have Discord set up on my laptop. It's only on my this, my precious tablet with my favorite anime girl, Chiharu, or one of my favorite anime girls. But yeah. So I'll have to remember to put that up on Discord. I'm live. Go watch. I'm live. As I try to do this like every Friday. I try. The opportune word there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut though because I gotta get some more exercise in, and I gotta do my journaling because yeah, I know you weren't. Wait, hold on. I know you weren't here for that part for it, so I'm going to show you this. So I've been journaling, and here. I missed like 2 Fridays. There went my microphone. So I missed like 2 Fridays, but this is what I have written so far. And this is a brand new 100 sheet book. And this is what I got written. So I'm making progress in getting to it and feeling better. So that's a good thing. But yeah, I got to make sure I do that tonight. I have to do I got to do my Duolingo lesson yet. I got to get ready for bed then because it's like, yeah, I got to get gas tomorrow too. Crap. But yeah, I think I'm just going to, thank you. I'm actually proud of that. I mean, I have another notebook. I have like, let me first, I have a shit ton of notebooks. I have a whole bunch up in my old room yet. I got to bring down, but I've been wanting to, I got to try to get my story off the ground that I've been working on right now. I just have it. I have like the bare plot of it on my Keep notes on my Google account, and I have to start writing it out or typing it up because I'm tired of it sitting in my head. But yeah, I've been journaling, so that's good. I've been working out, so I gotta weigh myself anyway. That's one of the things I wanted to do yet tonight. But yeah, I'm gonna call it though. So thanks everybody for tuning in, hanging out with me. And until I'll probably try to do this again next week. I try to do this every Friday. Try, the opportune word. I try. I'm not good at keeping promises, but I try. But yep. Until next time, everybody. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend.